Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Ted Frederick, and today I am teaching fractions under the subject mathematics. And it's not going to be deep because I am purposely doing this for the junior high school students. So if you are in class 6 and you want to learn ahead, I think this page or this channel is the best place for you. And if you are in Form 3 getting ready to write your BC, I think it is the same. This channel is the best for you. Even if you are in SHS, sometimes there are some of these little things that you can forget. So being here, you'll be able to learn them or remember all of them again. So thank you, and like I said, my name is Frederick. Now, we are talking about fractions today. Fractions. And there are 3 types of fractions, and they are common fractions, decimals, and percentages. You have seen all these type of fractions before, and these are how to differentiate. Common fractions are fractions that are in this form: a number over another number, or a number on top of another number. And the one on top is numerator, and the one below is called denominator. And then decimals. With the decimals, we have decimal points in them. So like the one we can see here, 0.6, and this one 0.85. What about a percentage? We have this. Whenever you hear the word percentage, you will see this sign, or you will hear this word in it, percent. Good. Percentages. When you look at percentages, let's come here. In maths, division can also be referred to as divide by or pair. So wherever or wherever you see the word pair in maths, means division. And also subtraction, you can hear the word or the phrase take away or decrease by. All it means is subtraction. And then with equal to, we have equivalent to, and with multiplication we have off, by, and times. Now, in French, when you are studying numbers in French, I hope your French teacher made you aware that the word cent means 100 in French. The word cent means 100 in French. So what am I trying to derive at? All I'm trying to show you is that percent means divide by 100, because like I said, cent in French means 100 and per means division. So whenever you see percent, it means divide by 100. So for instance, 70% can be written like this: 70 divided by 100. Good. Now, let's go back to common fractions. When we talk of fractions, what we mean is that a part of a whole. So for instance, look at this square. Let's say that or let's take it as a biscuit. This square is a biscuit. And then we've divided the square into 4 equal parts. One of the parts is called a fourth. Let's say we've divided a biscuit into 4 equal parts. Each part will be called a fourth. And this is how it is written, 1/4. This is how it is written, 1/4. So what is this telling us? It is telling us that whenever you see a fraction in this form, the numerator or the denominator is showing us the number of equal times that an object have been divided or an amount have been divided. And then the numerator is telling us the number that have been divided, which we are dealing with. So for instance, this is what I'm trying to say. So here is our biscuit, and we've divided it into 4 parts. So it means that this is the numerator, 4. So the part that we've divided into is 4. Now, and we are dealing with one part, which is this part. And that is the numerator. So the denominator shows us the number of equal parts that a whole object have been divided or amount have been divided. And the numerator shows the number which we are dealing with. So this is a clear example. Now, I don't have any physical object over here to make a demonstration for you. But let's take it, let's use this for an example. Let's say I'm having an orange. And then I want to give you some of my orange. And because I love it so much, I decided to divide my orange into 2 equal parts. If you can see, or if you see that it's not equal, don't be bothered. All I want to do is to draw it and divide it into equal parts. So if I'm not able to do that, I'm letting you to know that I'm just a human. I can't do it very perfect. So that is it. So when I give you, so these are whole objects. Now, this is our common fraction. So like I'm saying, the denominator is showing the number of equal parts that a whole object have been divided into. So looking at the orange is a whole object, and then it has been divided into 2 equal parts. So it means that the denominator is 2. And then I'm giving you 1. And this shows that, this is saying that we are dealing with 1. So the one that I'm giving to you, I'll write it over here at the top, at the numerator. So I know you know what this is. It is half. So it means that I'm giving you half of my orange. 1/2 is half. So it means I'm giving you half of my orange. Good. Over here, we are having 4 equal parts. One of the parts is called fourth. And that is what we are having over here. So this is this. A part is called a half. That is how we call it, half. You can't say second because this one is fourth. You can't say this one is second. It is half. Good. And it's the same with, let's say, we have this circle, and the middle is here, and this, and that, and this. Good. Something like this. If it is not divided equally, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to do is to divide the whole circle equally. So let's say that we've shaded two parts of the circle. So it means that we have three equal parts. 1, 2, 3. So 3 equal parts. And we are dealing with how many parts? We are dealing with 2 parts. That is the shaded part. 1, 2. So this is how to write this figure in digits. Good. Now let's continue. Alright. So now I want us to continue with types of common fraction. So we have 5 types of common fraction. And the first one is proper fractions. The first one is proper fractions. And like you can see, the top one are lesser than the down ones. I mean that the numerator are less than the denominator. So whenever you see a fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator, it means that it is a proper fraction. So for example, we have this 2 over 3, 4 over 5, 3 over 7, and 1 over 3. So these are proper fractions because the numerators are lesser than the denominators. Now, improper fraction is the opposite of proper fractions. So if proper fractions have their numerator to be less and the denominator to be greater, it means that improper fractions have their numerator to be greater and the denominator to be less. Now, so for example, we are having, okay, for example, we are having 8 over 3, 7 over 3, and 5 over 4. So these are improper fractions. So when you take a look at them, you will see that all the numerators are bigger or greater than the denominators. And they are improper because we said common fractions. Good. So we draw this diagram at first and we said that it represents 1 over 4. Why? Because the denominator always shows the number of equal parts that a whole object or item or amount have been divided into. And the numerator shows the number of items or the equal parts which we are dealing with. So now, that is it. So just imagine if you've been asked to draw a diagram to represent this. It is impossible, right? Good. So that is why it is improper fraction. Now, good. The third one is like fractions. And like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. Like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. They have different numerators, but their denominators are the same. So there is an example over here, 1 over 5, 2 over 5, and 3 over 5. All these fractions over here are like fractions. Why? Because they have their denominators to be 5. Good. So the fourth one is unlike fractions. Unlike fractions are fractions which has their denominators to be different. So there is an example here. We are having 1 over 5 and 2 over 3. So these two fractions are unlike fractions. When we continue or as we go ahead, you'll see why all this is important. And if I said anything which you don't understand very well, please reverse the video and look at it again.